Did you know that humans spend about 1/3 of their lives sleeping? That's a lot of time in dreamland. Welcome back to our neuroscience series. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of sleep and circadian rhythms, those essential processes that regulate our daily cycles of rest and wakefulness. Sleep isn't just an idle state where the world slips by, it's a dynamic process, a journey through several stages, each with its unique brainwave patterns. The first stage is light sleep, where you're just dozing off. This is the non-REM stage, characterized by slower brainwaves. You're easily woken up here, but as you slip deeper into sleep, your brainwaves slow down even more. Then we move into the second stage of non-REM sleep, where your heart rate slows and your body temperature drops. This is the stage where you spend most of your sleep time. It's like the comfy middle ground of sleep, not too light, not too deep. The third stage, also known as slow wave sleep, is the deepest part of non-REM sleep. Here, the brain produces delta waves, the slowest type of brainwave. It's during this stage that the body repairs and regrows tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens the immune system. And finally, we come to REM sleep, short for rapid eye movement. This is where most dreaming occurs. Your brain is almost as active as when you're awake, but your body is in a state of paralysis, a nifty trick to prevent you from acting out your dreams. These stages don't just happen once, but cycle several times throughout the night. With each cycle, REM sleep gets longer, peaking just before morning. It's like a finely tuned orchestra, with each instrument playing its part at just the right time. As we move from wakefulness to deep sleep, our brains conduct a symphony of activity that's as complex as it is vital. So next time you hit the snooze button, remember you're not just catching some Z's, you're embarking on an incredible journey into the world of sleep. Ever wondered why you feel sleepy at night and awake during the day? Thank your circadian rhythm. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate this internal timekeeper of ours. The circadian rhythm is essentially our body's natural clock, running in the background and guiding us through the 24-hour day. It's responsible for our sleep-wake cycle, ensuring we get the rest we need when we need it. Picture your body as an orchestra with the circadian rhythm as the conductor. It dictates when it's time for certain physiological processes to begin and others to end. From regulating body temperature to controlling hormone production and even influencing our eating habits, the circadian rhythm is at the helm. Our internal clock is so precise that it can even predict sunrise and sunset. It's synced with the rise and fall of the sun, helping us adapt to the changing light levels throughout the day. As the sun sets and darkness falls, our body starts producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. This signals to our body that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. Conversely, as dawn breaks, melatonin production drops, signaling it's time to wake up and start the day. But here's a fun fact: not everyone's internal clock is set to the same time. Are you a morning lark who's up at the crack of dawn, or a night owl who's most active when the stars are out? That's your circadian rhythm at work. It's influenced by genetic factors, which means your tendency to be a morning person or a night person is in part inherited. Our circadian rhythm is also susceptible to external influences. Jet lag, for example, is a direct result of our internal clock being out of sync with the local time. And shift work can wreak havoc on our sleep-wake cycle, leading to sleep disorders and health issues. So the next time you find yourself yawning as the evening wears on, remember it's your circadian rhythm gently nudging you towards rest. Just like clockwork, our circadian rhythm keeps us on a steady sleep-wake cycle, guiding us to rest and rejuvenate. Next time you sleep, remember to thank your brain. It's the master conductor of your sleep symphony. Let's delve into the intricate workings of the brain and how it commands our sleep. The brain is a complex orchestra with various sections working in harmony to initiate and regulate our sleep. Central to this concert are the hypothalamus and the thalamus, two key brain regions that play a significant role in sleep. The hypothalamus, a peanut-sized structure at the base of the brain, is like the maestro of our sleep symphony. It houses the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, our internal biological clock, which regulates our sleep-wake cycles. The SCN uses light signals from the eyes to adjust our circadian rhythms, telling us when it's time to feel sleepy or alert. Meanwhile, the thalamus, a hub for sensory information, acts like the orchestra's percussion section. During most stages of sleep, it helps to quiet the mind by blocking out external sensory information. However, during REM sleep, when we dream, the thalamus becomes active, sending vivid imagery to the cerebral cortex, the brain's movie projector. And what's an orchestra without its musicians? In our brain, these musicians are neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that transmit signals across neurons. Serotonin, often dubbed the feel-good neurotransmitter, helps regulate our mood, appetite, and yes, our sleep. It plays a key role in the onset of sleep, setting the rhythm for our slumber. Melatonin, the hormone of darkness, is another key player. Released in response to darkness, it signals the SCN that it's time to sleep, helping us to drift off into dreamland. Just like a symphony without a conductor would descend into chaos, disruptions in these brain regions and neurotransmitter systems can lead to sleep disorders. But that's a topic for another time. So the next time you hit the hay, spare a thought for your hard-working brain. It's a tireless maestro conducting a complex symphony to provide you with the rejuvenating sleep you need. Our brains are the unsung heroes of sleep, tirelessly working to ensure we get the rest we need. Ever wondered why we need sleep? Well, it's not just to give us sweet dreams. You see, sleep is more than just our bodies signing out for the night. It's a complex and vital process that plays a critical role in a range of biological functions. So let's dive in and unravel the mysteries of why we sleep. First up, memory consolidation. During the hustle and bustle of the day, our brains are constantly taking in new information. When we sleep, our brains get a chance to sort through all this information, deciding what to keep and what to discard. It's a bit like a librarian organizing books on a shelf. This process allows us to retain important learning and experiences, strengthening our memory in the process. Next, cognitive function. Have you noticed how your thinking becomes fuzzy and slow after a sleepless night? That's because sleep is essential for maintaining our cognitive abilities. It helps us stay sharp, focused, and able to make quick decisions. Without adequate sleep, our cognitive performance takes a nosedive. Let's not forget emotional regulation. Sleep is like a soothing balm for our emotional well-being. It helps us manage our emotions, keeping our mood swings in check. That's why after a good night's sleep, we often wake up feeling refreshed and in a better mood. And lastly, overall health. While we sleep, our bodies are hard at work repairing cells, cleaning up waste products, and recharging our energy reserves. It's like a nighttime maintenance crew, making sure everything is in tip-top shape for the next day. In fact, chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to a host of health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So the next time you're tempted to skimp on sleep to binge-watch your favorite series or pull an all-nighter, remember this. Sleep is not just about resting your body, it's about giving your brain a chance to sort, process, and restore. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the best investment you can make for your health and well-being. Ever had a sleepless night? Imagine having that every night. Let's talk about sleep disorders. So, you've tossed and turned all night counting sheep, or maybe even tried that old trick of reading a boring book, but sleep still eludes you? Welcome to the world of insomnia, one of the most common sleep disorders. It's characterized by difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or both, leading to insufficient rest and impacting daily life. You might feel groggy, struggle to concentrate, or be in a perpetual bad mood. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Millions of people around the world experience insomnia, but perhaps you're not struggling to sleep. Instead, you're struggling to breathe while you sleep. If so, you might be dealing with sleep apnea, another common disorder that's as tricky to pronounce as it is to live with. Sleep apnea is where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. This can lead to a host of problems, including daytime sleepiness, headaches, and even heart issues. If you're a notorious snorer and feel tired even after a full night's sleep, sleep apnea could be the culprit. Narcolepsy, on the other hand, is a neurological disorder that affects the control of sleep and wakefulness. People with narcolepsy experience excessive daytime sleepiness and uncontrollable episodes of falling asleep during the day. These sleep attacks can occur during any type of activity at any time of the day. Imagine nodding off during a meal, a chat, or even while driving. It's more than just inconvenient, it's downright dangerous. The impact of these sleep disorders on daily functioning and quality of life can be profound. They can affect our mood, our energy levels, our relationships, and even our health. But here's the good news. They're not insurmountable. With the right treatments, lifestyle changes, and in some cases, medications, these sleep disorders can be managed. Whether it's insomnia or sleep apnea, when our sleep suffers, we suffer. But understanding these disorders is the first step towards finding solutions. Let's delve into some intriguing case studies and groundbreaking scientific research that highlight the importance of sleep. Our first case takes us to the rare and ominous world of fatal familial insomnia. This genetic disorder, as harrowing as it sounds, causes progressively worsening insomnia that eventually leads to a complete lack of sleep and, sadly, death. This case underscores the vital role of sleep in maintaining health and homeostasis. Next, we look at delayed sleep phase syndrome. Individuals with this circadian rhythm disorder experience a delayed onset of sleep and wake-up times, often leading to difficulties in daily functioning and social obligations. It's like being perpetually jet-lagged in your own time zone. Then we step into the shoes of shift workers who experience disruptions in their circadian rhythms due to irregular work schedules. They are at increased risk for various health problems, including cardiovascular disease and mood disorders. It's a stark reminder that our internal clocks aren't meant to be messed with. Now let's shift gears and delve into some groundbreaking scientific research. In 2017, Jeffrey Hall, Michael Rosbash, and Michael Young were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Their discovery of the molecular mechanisms of circadian rhythms in fruit flies provided key insights into the genetic basis of our internal clocks. These case studies and scientific research underscore the importance of sleep and its impact on our health and daily functioning. It's clear that sleep is not just a passive state, but a critical process that affects every aspect of our lives. Sleep. It's a wondrous and intricate realm still being unraveled by science. We have embarked on through the study of sleep, the biological clock within us, and how our brain operates during slumber. We've highlighted the significance of sleep for our overall well-being and the substantial consequences of disturbed sleep routines. Grasping these elements can guide us to ensure we're gaining the rest our bodies require. Until we meet again, sleep tight, dream boundlessly, and don't forget, your brain remains active even whilst you're in the land of dreams. Be sure to hit like, spread the word, subscribe, and drop your insights in the comments below.